If you've been pen spinning for a while, you might have heard of two main types of spinning: technical and power trick-based spinning. What are the differences and what do they mean? In this video, I'll clear up some common misconceptions of the terms and bring light to their real meaning, which is often neglected today. Basically, all power could be seen as a form of technical spinning, but not all technical spinning is considered power. Let's start with technical spinning. Technical spinning just refers to the complexity or difficulty and measurable goal that comes with it. For example, you could technically say someone that just knows some of their fundamentals and has a goal of learning the demon sonic, a technical spinner, as their goal of spinning directly correlates with learning a new trick. This doesn't make them a good spinner by any means, but spinning with the goal of increasing difficulty or complexity, or focusing on the technicality motor functions of your spinning, makes you a technical spinner, hence the name. The polar opposite of this is aestheticism. Aesthetic spinners spin with the goal of making their spinning look aesthetically pleasing. Sure, there could be some overlap between technical spinning and aesthetic spinning, but they are generally considered very different from one another. Every spinner must start somewhat technically based to actually learn their first few tricks, but when they reach a point in their confidence with tricks, they may choose to switch to learning spinning aesthetically, changing their focus from learning new things or focusing on the mechanics to focusing on pleasing visuals for the viewer. This includes things like finger positioning, mod used, camera placement, tempo, structure to some degree, hand genetics, pen mod genetics, and overall effect. Complexity and difficulty is often ignored and replaced with better visuals. Of course, no one is really 100% technical or 100% aesthetic. In reality, it's more of a percentage. One could be 75% technical and 25% aesthetic. Now that still begs the question, what about power? The style of power spinning comes from the term power trick, which was a term made for hard tricks. Power tricks have the definition of being able to be done continuously, and they are normally done fingerless. This is not to say that the trick is done without fingers, it just means air, notated with asterisks, is a part of this law, and the push part of the trick is done without the help of more than one finger. Now, given the goal of reaching for higher continuous numbers in tricks or performing difficult tricks, this does make them a type of technical spinning. You might think, but what? I thought tech was different. Isn't tech the kind of dense linkage spinning? Yes, you'd be right to say that that's tech. As a technical spinner, you can focus more on linkages or power tricks. It's just that since going down the linkage route doesn't have any specific name, like power does, people just call them tech spinners. So you could say tech kind of adapted another definition over the years and is somewhat different than technical. But it's not completely accurate to say just tech. Instead, if you focus more on just linkages, one should say just that. Or if they get further along the tech path, they may reach modern linkages and even hypermodern, which have clear definitions. Most spinners spin classically, which means each trick has one rotation or more. For clarity, one rotation is 360 degrees and looks like this. Modern tricks are normally done by hybridizing tricks and have more than 0.25 rotations and less than 1 rotation per trick. Hypermodern is when each trick has 0.25 rotations or less. In other words, modern is dense and hypermodern is dense AF. Today, being a tech spinner is often correlated with reaching the goal of being hypermodern linkages. Of course, theoretically, hypermodern could be applied to power as well, but as of now, that doesn't exist yet. There are some instances of modern power, though even that's somewhat rare today. And those were the main routes a technical spinner could go down. You may have heard of other subcategories such as sonic tech, which is a specific subcategory in technical linkages. But now you know that power is a subcategory of technical spinning, and if you go down this route, you're technically a technical linkage spinner, or linkage tech for short. By the way, if you want to see your spinning in my videos, check out the website in the description below. Here you'll also gain access to a private Discord hub and a special role in the Spindy's Discord server. You can play tack-ons with me, get featured in new videos, or just ask me any questions related to pen spinning. I'm not very active in many other Discord servers, but I'll be sure to respond to any questions if you send them in this channel as soon as I can. You'll also gain early access and be the first group I ask for feedback for any future projects like the pen spinning challenges and other larger things, such as full access to the Spindy app. Thanks for watching. See you next time.